We're delving into a murder mystery with an eerie twist. A married couple watching one of TV's bloodiest shows, Dexter. Soon after, the wife is shot and killed in her own home. Did she commit suicide? Did the dark drama inspire her husband to kill? Or was it the $1 million insurance policy? Tonight, we welcome ABC's Brandy Hitt to Nightline with this report for our series, Crime and Punishment.
I'm holding her and I check her pulse. And she was choking up on me and spraying blood.
Tense moments in court today. Conrad Truman on the stand. Prosecutors accusing him of murdering his wife, Heidy Truman, for a $1 million insurance payout.
And when I turned her head, that's when all the...
Truman fighting to prove his innocence, reenacting exactly what he says happened the night his wife was shot and killed.
How much I fell backwards. Okay.
The 32-year-old is charged with murdering his wife Heidy in their Utah home in 2012, just 3 years after they got married. Conrad and Heidy spent that fateful night drinking and watching the TV show Dexter, a series about a prolific serial killer.
No, I'm gonna kill you. I have to. I just don't need to. It's very empowering.
After that, Heidy was somehow killed by a single gunshot to the head. Videos from the crime scene show their home in disarray, a gun out in the open, and blood everywhere. It may be a mysterious case of life imitating television, a crime scene like the ones Dexter Morgan investigates in the hit show.
It's blunt force.
Strangely, this is not the first murder trial to possibly have a connection to Dexter. At least 2 convicted murderers have actually cited the hit show as inspiration for their crimes. On the night his wife was killed, Conrad Truman made a hysterical call to 911, screaming and wailing.
911, what city is your emergency? I have officers on the way. I need to know what happened.
I don't know what is happening. I just heard something. I got blood. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I really don't know what happened. I swear to God. She came out of the shower. She came out of the shower and I heard a pause and there was blood.
Officers arrive at the scene, their conversation recorded on police audio.
And I came out of my kitchen and I heard like that. It was no louder than that. I tried to feel a pulse. I don't know. I tried to do all the things you see on TV. There was nothing.
Conrad Truman's demeanor that night has become the focus of his trial. Police noting odd behavior, claiming he threatened to kill them when they arrived on scene.
I've actually been in law enforcement for 20 years. I've never seen anyone until this time threaten to kill the officers.
According to police, Truman tells the officers it is possible that Heidy shot herself by accident, and then suggests she was shot by someone outside the home through the window. No bullet hole is found.
Don't look at me like that. Am I looking at you? You were at church, man. You were at church.
Captured on police video, Conrad Truman's interrogation. Uncomfortable and at times erratic.
Is there any chance that you shot your wife? No chance. I got nothing to gain with their wife.
After investigating, police believe Truman murdered his wife that night, hoping to cash in on a $1 million insurance policy.
There's no question that his behavior led the police to immediately start wondering what's going on with this guy.
I was just confused. I didn't know what was going on. And it was the dogs barking, the blood, and all the people in the house.
In court, Truman recounts that fateful night, trying to explain his behavior.
Well, I know I didn't have a gun. I know I didn't shoot a gun. So I was just doing the best I could to try to come up with some analytical way to find out what happened.
Emotional, he tells the court why he doesn't think his wife killed herself.
Well, I was just trying to close her eyes because it was just, I don't know, it was just so sad. I was touching her feet and I felt her leg at one point and I said, why would she commit suicide why would she shave her legs if she wanted to commit suicide?
Truman's defense attorney blames alcohol and shock for his client's behavior.
This is a fairly hyper young man, you'll hear about that. Fairly, not greatly educated, kind of a country boy who's drunk, who's trying to react to what he sees.
The defense also claims that police failed to control the crime scene. Dogs walked through the evidence, and Truman was allowed to go to the bathroom alone.
But I was outside of the bathroom. I didn't go in with him.
One of the best types of evidence the prosecutors could have in a case like this is residue found on his hands, gunshot residue from firing a weapon. If he went into the bathroom and had the opportunity to wash his hands, that's a huge mistake.
Today in court, the prosecution's last opportunity to question Conrad Truman about the night of his wife's death.
Where was Exhibit 16 of the black handled gun?
I have no idea where the black handled gun was.
In any case where a defendant takes the stand, his testimony becomes crucial. But in this case, it's even more important because there's very little evidence beyond his conflicting statements. So if the jurors believe him or think it's possible he's telling the truth, this could be an acquittal. If they don't believe him, this could be a conviction.
Early next week, the jury will deliberate Truman's fate and what they believe happened inside his house that tragic night. For Nightline, I'm Brandy Hitt in Los Angeles.